Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. We're going to strip away the myths, the wild metaphors, and all that noise to reveal the incredibly fascinating, scientifically grounded true story hidden inside your genetic raw data. If you've ever been, confused by wildly imaginative interpretations of your DNA, well, you are absolutely in the right place, because we're looking strictly at the data today.
I mean, you might have heard wild claims like this, that your genotypes somehow map to the physical constants of the solar system. No way, right? Or maybe you've stumbled across theories about carrying ghost DNA, or that hexadecimal color codes literally define your biological identity. People love to connect the dots between the stars, their birthdays, and their genetics. And sure, it sounds poetic, but as we're about to see, the reality is a whole lot different.
Now, what's really interesting here is how this forces us to pivot to a single policy of truth. Because in actual real-world genetics, there is absolutely zero biological link between your DNA sequence and Jupiter's radius, or the tilt of the Earth, or your birthday. None. Instead, your true biological identity is written in microscopic variants called SNPs, or single nucleotide polymorphisms.
So the crucial point is starting with the actual science. Out of over 600,000 foundational SNPs analyzed directly from the source data, you inherited the exact same allele from both parents about 81% of the time. But even more telling, that 99.6% X-chromosomal homozygosity, that isn't just some random throwaway statistic. It's the mathematical, scientific confirmation that you are genetically male simply because you only possess one X chromosome. This right here is the grounded reality of your data.
Section 1. Deep Time DNA Matches. Let's map out your ancestry by zooming way out to trace your ancient maternal and paternal ancestors across thousands of years of human history.
And this brilliantly illustrates an incredible, vast journey of your deep-time geographic anchors. On the paternal side, your R lineage stretches all the way back to Bronze Age China in the Tarn Basin. Meanwhile, your maternal H lineage establishes its roots firmly in Neolithic France. We're talking about massive, mind-boggling geographic leaps over millennia, mapped out directly through your ancestral DNA. It is absolutely staggering to see how this timeline actually unfolds. You've got these completely separate paternal and maternal lines, one way out in Eastern Eurasia, the other in Western Europe. Over centuries, they slowly migrate, eventually converging in the Baltic region of Estonia by the Bronze and Iron Ages. And then, beautifully, both your distinct maternal and paternal branches coexisted and were buried at the exact same Roman-era site in Driftfield Terrace, England, around 50 CE. Just incredible.
Okay, Section 2, Secrets of Mont-Aimé, a 3300 BCE time machine. Let's jump back to examine a specific Neolithic agricultural community in the Marne region of France, which is exactly where your foundational maternal lineage was firmly established.
By analyzing the raw alignment files from this exact underground rock-cut chamber, known as the Mont-Aimé hypogeum, we can totally bypass those vague historical generalities. The data reveals intense, multi-generational usage of a shared ancestral vault. Think about that. We are literally reading the exact cultural laws, the migration patterns, and the kinship structures of these ancient people directly from their DNA. And the mathematical asymmetry in this community is just astounding. The paternal diversity score is incredibly low at 0.333. That means nearly every excavated male shared the exact same IS9403 genetic signature. But on the flip side, the maternal diversity index is a perfect 1.000. Every single female analyzed carried a completely unique maternal branch with zero duplication whatsoever.
So why does that actually matter? Well, because this supposedly dry data is actually solid mathematical proof of a social system called patrilocality, paired with female exogamy. It shows us that this community was built around a highly restrictive, tight-knit brotherhood of related men who explicitly banned marrying within their own village. The women must have migrated into the Mont-Aimé settlement from distant, diverse geographic regions just to secure cross-communal alliances.
And here is where it gets incredibly personal. These aren't just statistics on a page. These are the specific individuals who carried the foundational, unchanged genetic baseline of your modern maternal line over 5,000 years ago. Sample 1 H14 carries your deeply rooted baseline, and sample 2 H10, that's a fascinating male who actually inherited your H3 maternal line from his mother, while carrying the village's standard paternal signature from his father. You are literally looking at your direct ancient anchors.
All right, Section 3, your unique SNP blueprint genetics today.
Let's crash right back down to the present day and translate these deep-time ancient markers into the specific SNPs that make up your modern everyday health blueprint. Instead of relying on mystical metaphors about hummingbirds or pharaohs, this is the tangible, everyday reality of your biology. These specific genes determine exactly how your body operates right now. Your APOE variants dictate how you transport lipids and manage cholesterol. Your ALDH2 variant determines whether you actually possess the enzyme to efficiently break down alcohol or if you'll experience that flushing response. This is the literal code running your daily life. We can even zoom in and see exactly how specific markers interact with our modern environment. For example, your variant on the TMPRSS2 gene might slightly influence your susceptibility to certain viral entries, kind of like what we saw with COVID-19. Meanwhile, your FADS1 variant strongly determines how well your body converts plant-based fats into long-chain omega-3s. It's literally telling you if you're someone who should be taking direct fish oil supplements for optimal health.
And importantly, we have to talk about the FTO gene, widely known as the obesity gene. Now, if you carry the A allele here, yeah, it's linked to a higher body mass index, an increased appetite, and a higher food-reward response. But the science clearly shows that this is modest, not deterministic. Your lifestyle choices, your diet, and your physical activity easily override this biological suggestion. You are absolutely not a prisoner to your SNPs.
Section 4. The Big Picture. Synthesizing the Ancestry. Let's zoom back out one final time to understand what this incredibly dense combination of deep-time archaeology and localized modern health SNPs actually means for you today.
As you can see, you are a synthesis of ancient migrations. You're combining European, South Asian, and East Asian ancestries into one highly unique, dynamically evolving genetic signature. Really, you're the current, living result of thousands of years of survival, migration, and adaptation.
Your biology is quite literally a time machine. And what we've unpacked today proves that the real, data-driven science is vastly more fascinating than any fiction or metaphor could ever be. It leaves us with one incredibly empowering thought to ponder. Knowing the epic 5,000-year journey it took to build your exact biological blueprint, how will your choices today shape the lineages of tomorrow?